And that is a good start, at least for the confidence side of things with these guys.
Another pistol in the bag for TyLoo. And another strong opening to their CT side, something we are used to seeing. Always that T side that gets called into questions. Generally on the CT side, they are a pretty strong team, able to get the majority of the rounds. Renegades, though, did manage to get that bomb plant, which usually means they would save and get AKs, but actually Nifty so far opting for a scout. No one else investing just yet, perhaps Nifty just going along. Not always advisable in competitive Counter-Strike, James, to buy alone.
I was just waiting.
He's gone for it.
I was just looking and waiting and thinking, okay, what else are they going to buy with this? But no, they're just having a PT50 on JKS, one scout up on Nifty. I'm not going to fault it because you never know, something crazy might happen, but this doesn't make too much sense to me, if I'm honest.
Nothing crazier than that buy, though.
Oh, and he misses the head. So close. Nifty had a really good chance there to just get an opening frag. Captain Mo is going to continue to spam down Ivy, waiting for Azar to walk forward, and he will just walk to his death. Picks up his second kill there. Renegades are just being completely taken out of this. Nifty's just running out with the scout in hand. Have they heard where he's going, though, as Nafly continues to get tagged up as well. Nifty unable to do anything with the scout here, so I really just... What was going on here? What was the point of this?
I think the technical term is meltdown.
Yeah.
Or misbuy. Misbuy or meltdown, depending on how harsh you want to be.
He's got scout bound to like F1 and by mistake pressed it.
Maybe just a keyboard mistake. We'll hope that's the case.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, we're trying to make sense of this, but no. JKS, P250 in hand, all alone with 34 health. Didi's just going to wait for him. There's nothing really that he can hope to achieve here because the CTs are moving around the map looking for him at this stage. Straight into Didi, he will go down. Hopefully Renegades are using that to discuss what's planned for the next round because they won't be able to buy into it successfully. Well, not with Nifty anyway, and they're going to do it still, so they're going to make Nifty pay the price for it. Obviously confident with the AKs.
That'll teach you.
Yeah, don't buy that scout, mate. Next time, you would have a gun in your hands at this point.
TyLoo as well in that previous round having a flawless round, which is important when you invest so much in 5 rifles. Not losing anything is ideal. So they'll have rifles to meet the rifles in the hands of Renegades.
And that's the thing, TyLoo did invest in it early on. We even got Bondic with the Zeus now. Remember how tilted he got last time round when it got used against him? Start off the strong round, but again, TyLoo pushing here very aggressively. I'm guessing because they saw the scout, they might have suspected that Renegades wouldn't have gone in with a buy here, but now they'll pay the price for it. The AKs have come in, so maybe this is Renegades' plan all along. Mind games, as Azar finds Captain Mo. There's only 2 alive for TyLoo, Bondic and somebody, and this is going to be a hard way to come back into it, especially when you're going up against all these AKs, and yep, they're going to run away straight away and try and save their weapons, but they are being hunted down by Azar, who's looking to just challenge them effectively here.
Azar in hot pursuit just behind both those players. I doubt they will know his position as he sneaks up the ladder. Yeah, somebody caught unawares. Loses his face. Azar falls back down the ladder, trying to hunt out the final remaining Bondic. Trying to survive as long as he can, but unlikely he's going to take this for mass in the next round. Now he's giving his position away.
Yeah, Bondic does manage to get one, but he's now just jumping up on top of that train to try and run away. But Azar will come and hunt him down. 4 kills for him that round. Good start for them to come back into this with the buy as Renegades secure their first round.
One of the downsides of getting those 5 rifles set up after winning the pistol is you will not have a good economy to fall back on, and here we see that coming into effect for TyLoo. Now just after losing 1 round, they are forced to eco.
Bondic with a Zeus.
There goes
Zeus. Nafly didn't even want his Zeus. He was like, I picked up from Bondic now. Why have we got this? It's not happening.
Default layout coming from Renegades thus far. Over towards this A side of the map. 3 over towards main. 2 towards Ivy. And that bomb still safe in the hands of Eastiller.
Somebody could do some damage here, though. He's got the CZ in hand, looking for someone to push towards main. Ustillo will be the first one out. He sees him, but Ustillo crouches around it, suspects what could be going on. Drops the molly towards Pop Dog, finds himself a second kill onto Captain Mo, and Renegades have secured this A bomb site very successfully.
Strong round from Renegades dealing with these eco players on TyLoo. Bentet left all alone, P250 in hand, hoping he can get a rifle, but instead gets distracted by the nice, pretty flames. And JKS dispatches of him.
Yeah, watched it hit the floor, made sure it wasn't going to come near him. Instead, gets an AK to the face. 2-2. But TyLoo will buy into this. BNT's got an AWP, so has Captain Mo. This could be an interesting round ahead of us because Renegades are just sticking. Despite having the money if they wanted to, Nafly could buy an AWP, but they are not going to go for it just yet. They want to build up a bank of economy. So they're going to run into TyLoo's AWPs here, which could be a sign of danger for Renegades.
A strong economy already on this Renegade side, whereas you look to the TyLoo squad, as you said, fully invested with this double AWP setup. Just AKs across the board for Renegades thus far on their T side.
Now the thing for me with Renegades is their positioning looks strong. They can hold up. But TyLoo are playing it very aggressively with the rifles. The AWPs there backing them up, and I don't think Renegades are going to expect this, but they do start off strong. Captain Mo completely shut out of it. That's one AWP dealt with before he even fired off a shot. So despite not even using too much utility to come into that site, where were the flashes and smokes from Renegades, and they still make it out? What are TyLoo playing at?
Yeah, that smoke thrown towards Popdog as well had a crack on one side, meaning that Renegades were free to push out, not even losing any vision. Drops a few of the TyLoo members on their way to the A site. Bomb goes down. Bentet luckily does have this AWP in hand. Going to hope to save it into the next round. DD as well, joining him with an M4. But a good round from Renegades. Another flawless round. No money lost.
A round that looked like TyLoo could comfortably take. Renegades still managed to do the damage without wasting hardly anything. They just came onto that A site, just pushed out happily.
Renegades now with so much money in hand are keen to hunt. So far, 2 of the members have been dropped unsuccessful in their pursuit. Looks like that will be it though. JKS close, and Bentet does get rid of him as well. So a good job by TyLoo to hold on to those remaining rifles. But still, even with those holes, not enough really to buy in this round. 2.5k pretty much across the board on TyLoo. As you can see on Renegades, nice and healthy across the board on all these members. No worries, even if they lose a round, they will always be able to buy back in.
And look how Renegades reply. The double AWP setup of their own, while TyLoo, Bentet has managed to hold on to his. They've got the rifle up on DD, but everyone else is just rocking pistols.
Bondic does purchase Kevlar though, maybe in the hopes that if one of those members does fall, he'll be able to retrieve that weapon and be able to do damage without the aim punch holding him back. So far, Renegades just holding this bomb over towards Ivy. The other 2 members lurking over at B.
Somebody just trying to bait him out, giving the shoulder peek, trying to see what he can find towards Ivy. He now has an idea of what's going on. Surely he's going to duck away, move and look for some backup as Bondix managed to find JKS. In the meantime, they've got a one-man advantage. Can they make it happen? Nifty says no. Yustillo's picking up one of his own. Bentet gets caught out of position there after getting up the first frag. Captain Mo is able to do some damage with a CZ, but can't find Yustillo. He's on for a triple. DD remains with the M4 in his hands, and he's waiting to see if this bomb is going to be planted. Is he waiting for the sound cue? But he's not fully confident on where it would be yet, as that's really well done. Yustillo pokes out, but DD's ready for him. Reaction God, as it's now 1 versus 1. Nifty's got to clutch this out, and this is a good round for TyLoo considering what they invested into it. Baits out the bomb plant, comes up high, but Nifty, confident as ever, comes in with the kill and secures the 4th round.
1 HP on Nifty as well with that AWP in hand, but just about. Does gain Renegades that 2-round advantage. TyLoo now opting to get an AWP of their own. Rifles as well across the board into this buy round. Nifty keeping that AWP as well. Going to see what he tries on this T side. So far, being pretty aggressive, trying to get these picks with his squad.
4-2. Renegades standing strong so far, despite losing the pistol round here as they come out very aggressively into the spray of somebody. Captain Mo picked up Azza. But again, TyLoo going aggressive unnecessarily on the B bomb site. Every single time they try to do this, but how training is played, there's generally always someone towards B or Popdog waiting for you.
After the rubble is cleared, leaves us into a 3v3. Health advantage in the hands of Renegades, but utility definitely towards them as well. Captain Mo burning alive now to this molly. He just opts to stand there?
I think he thought going further up the ladder he'd be safe. Then he went down a little bit, just stupidly into it. Bondic's able to find JKS, so it is a 2 versus 2, and both Renegades players are quite damaged. But TyLoo, under pressure, making a lot of these very silly mistakes.
Yeah, and a lot of time on this clock for Renegades can take as long as they like. Make TyLoo start to doubt themselves. Look, they have already spread apart, knowing they do not know where that bomb is. Going to have to put one on each site and play individually.
Renegades T side train looking strong so far. Bentet is on top of the bomb train in the B site, looking up high.
Oh, that noise.
He will have heard it. Yeah, he's now going to have an idea of what's going on. Can Bentet hold strong here? He is a huge impact player for TyLoo. But Renegades decide to turn around. They're going to run straight down into Bondic. He's ready and waiting for, oh, the fake on fake on fake. Bondic's going to sat there saying, Bentet, get back into position. This is crazy. As Bentet does find the first frag onto Nifty, he's going to wait for Bondic to come round. He hasn't been touched yet, and the time isn't going to work in their favor, surely.
Renegades just outplaying themselves, unsure of what was going through their mind, and Naf dies after the timer, meaning their economy is going to take a huge hit. Unsure of what was running through Renegade's mind there. That double fake was not necessary. If they just went together, at worst it would have been a 2v2. Much better than giving yourself 1 extra second to get onto the bomb site.
I'm just wondering as well. So if Naflo wasn't scared that someone else was going to push around him, he looked like he could have still planted. He had the 3 seconds.
Yeah. Perhaps getting ready for that push from TyLoo, but silly play from Renegades does mean for the first time in a while we're going to see them on the back foot. Economy just about intact means they'll be able to bring a buy, but Naf dying after timer means he wouldn't even be able to afford armor. And instead just opts for a flash and a smoke. Just going to follow his team, at least give them an opening, knowing he's not going to be able to do anything by himself. No armor, no weapon. And he does pick up an AK, but with no armor, it's going to be so difficult for him to find an in.
Yeah, there's very little Naflight could do in this situation. He's been dropped the AK. He's got to try and make this work. The Renegades are brought up into it. They want to just destroy the economy of TyLoo, who are managing to grind out that previous round. Now, TyLoo have had a good few signs of life here. That pistol round, now going into the next round as well. But every single time, it's been really close here. Renegades now got a good buy still to work with, other than Nafly. Looking to regain some control here, but they've got to be decisive and just go for their first gut instinct, I think, because that was far too slow previously, and I don't want to see that keep happening to them.
Yeah, perhaps just getting a little too involved with strategy. They are definitely the more experienced players overall, and a lot of skill as well on this Renegades lineup. Perhaps just needing to trust themselves a little more. Burst out onto a site, see what openings they can get with just their guns. No need for all this trickery.
Now it's the waiting game. Who's going to make the first mistakes? As Renegades look to push onto this B bomb site. They've got Nafly, the guy who doesn't have much to work with towards Ivy at the moment, still causing the distractions. They're going to begin to push in. Didi tries to fire back, but he's out in the open all alone. Bentet's now there, ready to make it happen, but he can't get anything done as here at all as Nifty, actually. Burning his teammate alive. That's not the ideal situation, but they've still got the advantage. Nafly's even managed to pick up a kill onto Bondic. And now we're in a 2 versus 4. The bomb is down. Mo with the AWP. When does he decide just to save it?
I think depending on if somebody gets this first kill will dictate if he's going to push. Now that he does eliminate one Renegades member, Mo will join his teammate, chimes in with one of his own, but is brought down by Nifty and gets the second as well. Strong play by Nifty there. Making up for that team kill with that molly on Azza. 2 kills into the round and another round on the board for Renegades.
Nifty does it by the skin of his teeth there. Took the shot, had it close range, managed to make it happen. As Renegades have secured the 5th now. TyLoo going to be forced onto the pistols. Everyone's got a CZ except for Captain Mo. He's going to be rocking that Deagle.
Another strong economic position for the Australian squad. And again, TyLoo forced onto this Eco CZs again in hand. Almost starting to see more often than regular guns. Nifty gets the opener. Bentet left over towards Ivy. Drops the smoke in hopes of trying to fall back. Does manage to at least treat a small amount. Just some damage exchange so far.
Where did Captain Mo pick up them 2 kills? He's also grabbed himself an AK, but Ustilo's able to reply up on this A-bomb site. Gonna go try and reclaim it as well as Bondik sits in Pop Dog, gets smoked out of position, but this might give him a bit of cover to then sneak round and catch Renegades off guard because they're still leaving it unchecked. Bondik and Bentet, the only guys that remain, and Bentet's also coming round for the lurk at the same time. Bondik pops out, finds himself one, does a load of damage but can't find the frag on Ustilo. Bentet now pushing out, gets one with the orb, now looks for the bomber and makes it happen. Bentet coming up huge with a double there. Orb in hand from Renegades, and TyLoo pick up the round.
Very sloppy play from Renegades. You saw them drop that smoke over towards Pop Dog, but that is a smoke, not a stone wall. Someone could push through it. Nifty stops looking at the smoke, comes through with the CZ, gets dropped by Bondik. Bondik so close to landing that last kill as well, leaves him on low HP, and Bentet goes huge, wins them the round.
Very touch and go, but for how little TyLoo invested into it, it's paid off massively for him. Even Captain Mo now getting the AWP from Bentet. Rifles across the board, only one up on somebody, but he's got plenty of utility to pack a punch with.
Eco round coming in from Renegades now. TyLoo gonna have to release some of that pressure. Suddenly not so stressful anymore. Going up against the weaker weaponry, can hope to just get some money on the board, get some confidence kills, and tie up this game 5-5.
Now during the break, I saw Renegades all huddled together. I knew they weren't happy with what happened on Cash. It shouldn't have gotten to that scoreline. I think that was what the general consensus was from them. I'm guessing they were hoping to change things up here on Train, but it's still very close. Given the fact that TyLoo's actually on the CT side, though, they should hopefully be able to string a few more rounds than this. And Azar just sneaking round. Bondik's jumping up and down. He's managed to get taken from behind. He's traded out. I think Bondik's going to be pretty annoyed that, what is my teammates doing? Why are they allowing this to even happen? I'm there trying to spot for main, and I'm getting stabbed in the back.
Sneaky play from Azar does manage to remove Bondik, but quickly dealt with TyLoo and does tie up this game. 5-5, and a force buy, or the full buy, sorry, coming out of Renegades now. AKs in hand. And as you can see on that TyLoo squad, not a bunch of money stacked up because of how back and forth this game has been, not given the chance yet to start piling up the cash. So they'd like to get this round and a few more if they want to get some economy in the bag.
TyLoo still can't really afford to lose any rounds here in the sense of their economy. And they are going to push aggressively towards main to start off with. Get one into Pop Dog as Bondik sprays down 2. That's a really good start for him. And he continues to push upwards, looking to take the fight and does it onto Nifty.
Yeah, that aggression paying off for Bondik after getting the 2 openers down, and Pop Dog pops up and gets a 3rd. Somebody as well with the 4th. Now just Azar left all alone. Good showing from TyLoo now in these gun rounds. Previously showing pretty weak on this CT side. Now coming to life once again. And Renegades now left to falter.
Azar, bomb in hand. Got a smoke and a flash to work with. Might try and go into this B bomb site. But he will find DD with the FAMAS there waiting for him. He will get in, get the plant down, give himself some money, give himself some time to work with. Throws the smoke out, trying to gain some coverage. But how much damage can he really do here? Looks to tap one away, finds somebody, but Captain Mo instantly able to trade him out. A 6th round going to be put on the board here for TyLoo. And Renegades did get completely shut down, mainly by the Ukrainian man in Bondik.
Strong plays coming out from Bondik does ensure that TyLoo will start to build on this economy. 4 people surviving, nice and healthy. Somebody, of course, having money in the bank to buy it up. So this is what we need to see from TyLoo now. Important on this CT side, of course. Your buys do cost you more than it does the terrorists. So keeping enough money in the bank is key if you want to get a lot of rounds on this half.
And this is the thing now. Renegades are on the back foot, but they've still got the other side to play on. And we know how bad TyLoo can be on their T side. Renegades, CZs in hand, looking to come towards this B bomb site. Smokes to work with as well. Can TyLoo handle it? They're playing very up close and personal. B.O.O.T on top of the train at the moment, waiting for them to rush down and come through. He's soon going to be signaled exactly into what's going on here. As his team do begin to rotate over and help him out. He's dinked down to 8 health, but he has found the first kill. As Nafly's like, where's he gone? Where's he going to poke out from? Who's going to give me an opening? Azar actually finds the first kill for Renegades. DD able to spray through, and Renegades still struggling to get onto the site. DD's ready and waiting, and he's just staying in the same spot, tapping away, making it look easy.
3 kills in the bag already for DD. B.O.O.T getting the other. Just Naf left to fall, just a CZ in hand. Already using one of the clips, not even a lot of bullets left to remain. The bomb is down. Another good round from TyLoo. Would like to hold on to all 3 of these rifles if at all possible. Get that economy built, and they do so. Captain Mo finishes off Naf with the AWP. Takes that into the next round.
7-5 now. TyLoo racking up the rounds, but I'm starting to get a sense of what we saw here on Cash before. 10-5 it ended on the half previously, and TyLoo always struggled to close it out.
Nifty not opting to buy armor. Instead, just getting utility, unless that is a visual bug. But as far as I'm concerned, no armor.
He believes he can take the challenges and just take the one-shots. Maybe he plans to challenge Captain Mo. But either way, he's going to have to be careful.
Just posted up passively here with this AWP as well. Perhaps realizing he does not have armor. Giving him a little bit of fear. Standing behind his teammates now instead of going for those more aggressive picks we're used to seeing him do. You see the stack over towards A. Currently 3 members located here from TyLoo, as well as a member in Ivy. Rotating back and forth. And that lurker left all alone on B.
The smoke's coming out from Renegades to secure this A bomb site as somebody holds strong, picks up the first kill. Instant reply though as they continue to force their way in, and they're making it happen. JKS running round, looks to find their kill. Captain Mo can do absolutely nothing in this stage. B.O.O.T and DD, the only ones that remain, instantly taken down. Renegades swarm the site. Renegades claim the round.
Much better from Renegades, seeing more of what we saw earlier on their T side. A strong push into the site, deals with the TyLoo members, even though they went into that stack. Still, get the round and get the advantage now in this economy. TyLoo are able to buy into this round, but that will be it. That is all the money they'll have left to spare. So this is going to be a key round going into the later stages of this half.
Now, the tactical timeout coming here from TyLoo. This is a little bit later than what they normally do, but maybe this is because he's trying to save it, because when it got to the last rounds previously on Cash, there was nothing the Peacemaker could do. He'd used them all up.
Yeah, here we see passing on the words of wisdom to B.O.O.T. Still with that round advantage, wanting to keep it in the bag, knowing how they can sometimes falter on that T side. Ensuring they get as many rounds as possible on this CT side is going to be critical if they want to take the second map of this best of 3.
Now we're out into the rounds once again. Round 14, TyLoo trying to mount a comeback, trying to gain as big a lead as possible. But Renegades coming up strong here. Nifty going very aggressive, but he just runs into his death. DD playing very close to the lower bomb site. Nifty runs in, trying to make it happen. Bondic again in Pop Dog being an absolute nuisance. He's backed up by somebody. Baits out Ustillo. And now we've only got Nafly and JKS left alive. This was a very fast round.
Yeah, will be a reset as well if Renegades do fall to this TyLoo squad. So far, no one from TyLoo even taking damage, and DD continues on that trend and finishes out the round as well. A flawless round from TyLoo up against that buy round. Means they are likely to take this half 9-6 on their CT side.
Yeah, Renegades forced onto the pistols. Couple of deagles to play with, and up on Ustillo. JKS can buy into this. I guess he's working out whether he's going to drop one and go for a weaker bar. If he buys up an AK for himself, he will opt for the AK. Drops it over to Nafly, who's got all the utility to play with. JKS opts for the deagle and utility. Renegades have got a plan. But is it the master plan, and will it work? Because TyLoo have been pretty resilient so far.
Renegades would be thrilled to get this last round, considering how much worse their weaponry is, but Captain Mo already making it look rough. 2 kills, but does get brought down by the flame. Bondic with 1 as well.
Captain Mo coming up strong, completely shutting down Renegades at Ivy. Nafly and Azar just the only 2 that remain, and Azar only has a CZ to work with. It's going to be a difficult situation for him to deal with here as they come towards A main. Bondic, it looks like he might have been spotted there. He moved around, but it might have not been in the nick of time. Bondic sprays out Nafly, hits the heavy hitter down, but he does eat a lot of damage himself. AZR's managed to be able to pick up that weapon himself, but Bentek comes in with a kill. 9-6, respectable start from TyLoo, but is it enough when they now go over to the T side, where again, that's always the bit they start to struggle on.
Yeah, of course, does look like a great start for TyLoo, but we cannot forget the previous map. They finished their CT half 10-5 and still managed to lose 16-14. So still a lot of work to be done here for TyLoo if they want to defeat Renegades, take that #1 seed going into the major qualifier. You see Peacemaker getting his words in during this halftime break, making sure that Bentet passes on all the info as he possibly can over to his squad.
Well, we will be going to a break during the half-time. We'll be coming back into the second half of Train between TyLoo and Renegades. Can TyLoo make it happen and take us to a third map? We're going back into the second half here of the second map. It's Train and TyLoo lead 9-6, but they move on to the T side where they've struggled many a time. Can they make it work this time? We're about to find out, as Renegades now will try to mount up a massive defense here to close this out 2-0 and take first place at the Asia Minor.
Yeah, as we have already seen from this TyLoo squad, though, does sometimes struggle on the T side. So seeing them get 7 rounds is still going to be a fight for sure. Renegades, of course, now on that CT side. Gonna hope to get a strong opening on this pistol.
DD's going to opt for the CZ. Everyone else is going to go in with the Glocks. Nade, smoke, and flash up on Bentet. As they do start to push into this B site, and they are just seem to be go full on to start off with, looking to cause a bit of a distraction here towards Renegades, but they're quite far back. They're not playing up close and personal, so they probably won't read into it too much just yet.
The utility will be thrown across from TyLoo. You see those 2 smokes landing, one towards Connector, one over towards Ivy. That will indicate the push is coming, and Nifty starts it strong.
Nifty coming up with a second one as well. He's making the heads drop. Finally, somebody is able to reply, but Ustillo straight away on top of it all, making it happen. Bondic, nicely done, very fast onto JKS. That will help them getting to this site. Nafly waiting for a bit of an advantage here, able to take down Bondic, so Bentet's all alone now. He's got a grenade to work with, but it's 1 versus 3. Goes up high. Oh, when he eats the damage straight away. But that's all it's going to be, as Ustillo's there to take him down. And we'll see Renegades pick up the pistol round.
Yeah, good start by Renegades, and unfortunately from TyLoo, this usually means they're going to struggle. We often see if they start weak, they continue to play weak. So now they need to show a change in that pattern. They need to show something else. Luckily, with that bomb down, will mean they can get AKs into the next round. So ideally in this one, they just want to get a few kills. Keep that Renegades economy in check. Don't let them get too far ahead. And you see on that rifle side, on that Renegade side, 2 rifles, a Scout, 2 SMGs. Looking to build up some of that money on those 2 players, Asia and JKS, the 2 players we often see go huge. Trying to put a little extra pocket money away.
TyLoo now making their way down to Ivy with the bomb. Ustillo's going to be the man tasked with holding it and throws the smoke down to give him a bit of coverage. We'll just try and spray through it. It's going to cause TyLoo to fall back. Try and gain some control as somebody stays toward T main. He's looking to just hear what's going on. It's Nafly who's going to be closest to him, and he actually gets tanked up as well. Hits the first shot with the Scout onto DD. Nicely done as he picks up the kill. Captain Mo's found. Nafly looking to do the work as Azar comes in. reigning supreme with the MP9, and this is a very nice, smooth round from the Renegade side.
Yeah, unfortunately, not what you want to see if you are TyLoo. Like I said, allowing everyone to stay alive means that economy is booming. But here we go into this buy round. Thankfully, because of that bomb plant, we will be able to see the rifles now in the hands of TyLoo. This Chinese squad does have an in, still with that round advantage thanks to that good CT half they had. But now is where they need to win. They need to stop Renegades running back into this game like we have previously seen. This T side can always be a problem for TyLoo.
Yeah, this is make it or break it for TyLoo in the sense that this normally tells us how things are about to go down. They've got the AKs to work with. But can they get the job done? Still got to be wary of Nafly with that scout. A dangerous man with any sniper in his hands.
DD now, just keeping his eyes open up towards the top of B. Somebody also watching Pop Dog. But Renegades not going for any early aggression. Just all camping out, waiting for that oncoming push from TyLoo.
It's the waiting game indeed. TyLoo going for that slow play once again here. Up close and personal with an MP9. Azza could do some serious damage if somebody does decide to drop down. He's going to smoke it out. But TyLoo are looking to do some smokes of their own. Maybe to execute onto this A site with the 2 pushing towards Ivy as well. Nifty's going to have to hang strong.
Smoke does get dropped over towards Ivy. Means Nifty will adjust his position just slightly. As well as the extra utility coming in from these TyLoo members. Now looks like the pop push is imminent.
Oh, the spray comes down. Azza did do a little bit of damage, but somebody still manages to reply. 4-4 is for them to work with as Bentet falls, and that's a huge heavy hitter taken out of the equation. But TyLoo do respond with 2 kills of their own, but they've only got 10 seconds to get the bomb down. They've got to start moving, and they've got to start moving fast. Nafly's the only one left alive, and it's not going to be possible. He just needs to hide now. Losing that bomb in a very dangerous situation there. TyLoo, they put the kills on the board, but they couldn't secure the round. And when they go slow, this communication seems to be a big issue for them.
Yeah, again, we see TyLoo struggling once they get down to those final seconds, not leaving themselves enough time on the clock. The bomb being forgotten about, being dropped by Renegades. Well played by Naf there. You can see the experience coming in. No, he didn't have to do any more. Did plenty in the round already. Just needed to sit up in heaven, wait that clock out. But as a silver lining, TyLoo at least did not die after that timer. So they will take those guns, the armor, into this round. Meaning that TyLoo can just about get a bye together. But now, 9-9, Renegades clawing their way back in already, and we have seen what happens when TyLoo starts to lose on their T side.
Renegades can sit comfortable. Nafly still sitting there with the scout. An open scout setup could be the problem for TyLoo this time around, rather than the double orb setup is what we were looking forward to seeing here on train. It's TyLoo again. Smokes go over. They're going to start getting ready. And again, they're favoring this A site. They haven't had too much luck in it, but we haven't seen a buy push from TyLoo yet onto this B site as Nifty goes for the first shot. Can't make it happen, but straight away onto Captain Mo. Does get the job done. Looking for some more damage here, but he's got to be careful. TyLoo are beginning to push around him as somebody jumps up. UMP in hand, takes his head off, and now gets the bomb plant in.
Was all looking under control from Renegades there, but Naf does give him, once again, the numbers are evened out. Currently a 2v2, an M4 and a scout in the hands of Naf and JKS as retakes need to come in, but Bondik with the one tap, 2 kills in the round already. JKS left all alone.
JKS throws the smoke down. Isn't going to stick it, jumps off, finds his first kill onto somebody, looks to go for it now. Bondik's actually got very low health, so he's got to be careful, but Bondik's not pushing for it yet. He's got to be careful. He's slowly walking up, but he still might not even get the bomb. Ooh, right down to the very last second. Bondik being very risky there, but it does pay off for TyLoo, and they secure that 10th round now.
Gets the mind read somehow, just about. Bondik not peeking on that first tap. Allows him to win the round. And a tactical timeout does come out from TyLoo. Don't want to throw away this now. Now they've won a round. Now they've got an in onto this T side. They know how volatile their T side can be. Now that they've got a chance to start stringing some rounds together, want to be absolutely sure they have their game plan set heading into this round.
Now TyLoo using their timeouts. They've used them a bit more sparingly here on train. Still plenty of rounds to get the job done. But he knows that that round was very close there. They're going to look to mix it up going into this next one with Renegades coming up with a forced buy. Nafly up on the M4 and for Azar. Plenty of utility to work with, but the rest of them have just got pistols.
Yeah, one solitary rifle in the hands of Naf. Like you can see on the other side of TyLoo. Not an ideal buy either. Definitely a lack of utility. But as far as firearms, they've got that behind.
DD starting off with the kills. Bentet backing him up. TyLoo coming onto this site very aggressively this time round. Fast and furious. Putting in the work. Putting the kills up on the scoreboards. Only Nafly and JKS remain. Nafly's just looking for an opening. He's looking for a chance to push in here. They now know exactly where he is. He comes out. Does manage to spray out somebody. But will then just retreat up Pop Dog. Run away and try and save that gun. It looks like DD will try to hunt him down.
JKS has not found anything quite yet on this treasure hunt. Obviously no rifle to be found. Somebody dropped too deep behind enemy lines, not able to pick that one up. Hoping to get this kill onto Captain Mo, and does manage to. It means he'll take a Mach 10. Not ideal, but something into the next round.
It's better than nothing at this stage for Renegades, but TyLoo do secure the 11th. Couple of players on very low health there. DD will go down because of it. He thought he might be able to take down Nafly, catch him off by surprise, but he was prepared and ready. Now TyLoo will get up all the AKs across the board here. They will rebuy, but their economy isn't that strong yet. They've still got a lot of work to do, while Renegades, saving that M4 was key, as Azar's got a Mach 10 to work with, and they'll still try and mount up some sort of defense here.
Yeah, JKS, a benevolent man, throws over that Mach 10 to Azar, although he does not have any armor. Perhaps just going to use him to bounce around the corner while his teammates back him up. That solitary flash is used, but Bondik deals with it well, and Naf puts Azar down, but alongside Bentet at least does something else. Somebody as well with a kill over the other side of the map.
Didn't want his teammate anymore, and TyLoo will eventually pick him off. Captain Mo secures it. That'll be 12-9, and TyLoo looking a little bit better on their T side, but Renegades, they haven't really had the chance to come in with a massive buy just yet.
We are coming to that area of rounds which we are fearful for TyLoo, though. 12-13, we've seen it so many times, James. But if they are able to win this round, they're going to go up against another weak buy. And perhaps just getting over that number 13 is the hump. Perhaps that's all they need. It is just a mental thing. We will see if they win this round.
Yeah, maybe that is the key. Once TyLoo get to 13th, as long as they don't lose the following round, they can go straight to the 14th. Maybe that's how they secure games. Maybe that's what they need. Only time will tell, though, as Renegades do have a buy on their hands. No snipers to play for either side at the moment. And a lot more utility here for TyLoo than Renegades.
Hiding in the smoke, Captain Mo. Azar does seem to be aware of his position. Mo tries to flash himself out, but Azar dispatches of him, headshot, removes him from the game, takes the AK as well.
Yeah, nice push there from Azar. Takes the risk, finds the advantage for his team. Nafly taking down Bondik, getting a second kill on the board as well here. Only 2 remain for TyLoo now in a 2 versus 5, as DD's coming up all alone to try and enter into this B bomb site, trying to make it work here. He's got to look below him onto JKS, who's ready and waiting for him, sprays him down. Somebody's all alone. The pause is being called, and this is just one more timeout allowed after this for TyLoo. And we're not even maybe seeing them get to 13 at this stage.
Yeah, and so far, flawless from Renegades as well. Something that you do not want to see if you are on this terrorist side. That economy will be ever so flourishing, paying dividends when they go into the later stages of this map.
At this stage, somebody just wants to hold on to that AK-47, doesn't want to waste it at all here.
Going to try and post up for this last 10 seconds, but the hunt does look like it's coming in from Renegades. being sent over towards Ivy, checking out the back of that site. But no, Renegades happy, just taking their win as it was. All those rifles being brought in the next round, not looking to reinvest either. Not great money across the board, so we'll just opt to hold on to them. Which means TyLoo could squeeze out a buy in the next round, but again, not ideal. There'll be some people who will have to forego a little bit of utility, but overall can definitely see into this round.
Yeah, this is the last chance for TyLoo before going to an eco. They've got to make this round work, while Renegades, looking comfortable, managed to grab themselves 4 AKs on their CT side. That's a nice situation for them to be in. No snipers up on Nafly or Nifty yet for the Renegade side. Now, we did see it once already, but we didn't see the double orb setup. It was a scout and orb. We didn't get to see what we were hoping to see here. We saw the crazy plays coming out from Nafly on the previous map. But still a lot to play for. 7 rounds left in it. TyLoo, they need to make this work. They need to try and break Renegades here and push themselves around on this train. Fortunately
for TyLoo, Renegades have not run very far ahead just yet in economy. So if they win this, they would be able to break them, put them onto an eco. So this is going to be an important round for TyLoo now. They need to get this round, secure their own economy, as well as ruin Renegades.
TyLoo, DD looking up towards the back of the B bomb site. He's not pushing anywhere just yet. They're hoping that Renegades will make a mistake, go aggressive, that they can capitalize on. But Renegades, in the meantime, they're just holding strong in their positions. They're not looking to overextend just yet at all, because it's a waiting game from both sides. But eventually, TyLoo will have to get themselves into one of these sides, and we've seen them run down the clock a couple of times now, and it hasn't worked in their favor. Hopefully they've learned a very valuable lesson from that as we watch JKS look for an opening, look for someone to push down. DD just checking out every single corner, trying to push forward here on train.
TyLoo not quite pushing in yet, and as you said, this last 30 seconds is often a place where we see them falter. Bondik, though, does get the opening as they push out onto B.
Oh, and JKS rips off the head of somebody, but I can only get one for it. The rest of them running straight into Nifty. Very good trades there, but TyLoo will find their way into this bomb site. Bondik and Bentet, the two you would want alive in this situation, are ready and waiting, but Azar, great detection. Heard Bondik running up. Bondik didn't expect anyone to be there. And now Bentet is in a very difficult situation. 1 versus 2. He's got to check both sides here. Looks for Azar to come round, but he's still able to do the damage. Finds the kill. And Renegades find the round 12-11.
Big round of Azar there, as you said. Catching that rotator in the back. That lurker left over towards A, making his way to the site late. Azar catches him, as well as getting the final kill. Those 2 kills get them the round and back within a singular digit of TyLoo.
TyLoo now will go for the pistols. Multiple CZs to work with, 2 P250s. They've invested a fair bit into this to try and make it work.
Yeah, slight overinvestment even on some of these members. The money, the numbers not quite adding up when you look at the losing bonus. So kind of all in here, maybe stealing some or at least getting a bomb plant.
Stillo started off with his first kill though. Somebody is able to get one, but the rest of Renegades are just running in, shooting and firing, taking them all down, and that'll be the 12th. It's all even now. Renegades have a good chance at coming back into this.
Yeah, due to that slight overinvestment, it is mostly just Mo. Everyone else should be able to get full utility. Mo, little overeager with the armor, means he's going to have to get a Galil. But other than that, looking good across the board. Renegades, though, back again, ties the score, 12-12. And again, we have to discuss TyLoo's weak T side, letting them down once again in this best of 3.
Yeah, so far they've not even managed to get to that magic number of 13 for them, where it normally starts to slow down a little bit. So far just on 12 as Renegades have made them put the brakes on. Nafly pushes into Pop Dog and looks for someone to jump down without checking him. He just wants that advantage. He wants to take the early lead here on this round for Renegades. Azza doing the first bit of damage towards somebody. JKS onto Bondic as well. This is a really good start here for Renegades as DD decides to push further on the inside bomb site. He's looking for it to come from up top. Nifty's there ready and waiting. He does have an AWP in hand as well, so he will not want to lose that whatsoever. As Nifty looking to find more. Captain Mo's there hanging in the background. Nifty's using that smoke to his advantage. This is beautiful, but he misses the shot, and Bentek capitalizes on it. This gives them a great chance. Ustillo surely just saw DD, but he still can't get the frag. DD dropped to 51 health, and TyLoo somehow, some way, they're making it work. They're making it happen. What can Nafly and JKS do here to turn this around? Captain Mo, 71 health. DD, 51. They're going to try to hold themselves as they don't know exactly where both Renegades players are going to come from. They can come from even direction at the moment. JKS has got all the control towards the back of the trains, and that's what Captain Mo has to worry about. He didn't know where to look or where to turn. They were coming from both sides, getting him stuck into position. Captain Mo dancing around at the moment, but it's a good bomb plant position. Throws the nade down, but no one's actually there waiting for him, and Nafly waits for him to do exactly that. Read him like a book, as now he's going to stick the bomb, and he is going to stay alive, and DD can't get it in time. Nafly walks away with 14 health, and Renegades pick up the round.
One bullet away from death as Naf secures that defuse kit as well as the AWP to throw over to Nifty in this round. Renegades now have the lead on their CT side. TyLoo will be able to get a buy thanks to that bomb plant. But again, Renegades take the lead.
Renegades making it work. They looked so strong at the beginning of that round, and then TyLoo fought their way in very aggressively. It looked like a round that TyLoo could secure. So back and forth between these two teams. But Renegades, they keep making it work. They keep making it happen. And now TyLoo, all AKs once again. DD, the only one with a reasonable amount of utility to work with here. Going towards the B bomb side, but will they just fake it out? Will they just bait out a CT member? Or are they going to push all the way down?
Yeah, that incendiary dropped. Trying to force back these TyLoo members. Extra utility as well. They push through the smoke, and JKS removes Bentek from the round. The man advantage already given to Renegades.
Domes his head. Shuts him down. Gives them a one-man lead, and now TyLoo instantly start to question what they're going to do from here with their key point man taken out of the equation. JKS looking for them to rush down. No over-rotation just yet from Renegades, though. They're not fully confident. You've still got Bondic lurking in Ivy, trying to be the nuisance, trying to be the problem for Renegades that they have to deal with.
Here comes this push again. All three members jumping down. They can't kill all of us, but maybe JKS can. Lands two and three. Wipes out the entire TyLoo squad. Just Bondic now, the lurker left on the other side of the map. What a play from JKS. 4 kills into the round.
Beautiful 4K. Didn't push into it, didn't get too aggressive, waited for them to come to him. And by that time as well, you're probably thinking they might not, but Bondic, he's starting to mount some sort of comeback here. Found himself the first 2 frags, but he's only got 8 seconds remaining. There's nothing else he can get done here, as Bentek has called for the timeout, and it is the last timeout here for TyLoo. Dangerous ground for them to try and make a comeback here in some way. And if they can't, then Peacemaker will be absolutely able to do nothing from here on out, even if it does get too difficult for him.
Here we see this spray down from JKS. Cool as a cucumber. Re-peaks with that wide face. And those last couple of bullets able to take somebody. Gets him a 4K in total into the round. And another round on the board. 14-12 now. The lead in Renegade's favor. Peacemaker giving his last words of his advice on this final timeout given to Bentek to translate for the rest of the team. Again, we see them falter on this T side. Just 12 rounds, not even getting to that dreaded 13 just yet.
14-12. Renegades 2 rounds away for closing this out. 2-0 here at the Asia Minor, taking first place with back-to-back wins.
Yeah, Bondic with that saved AK, the only member with an actual rifle in his hands on the TyLoo squad. On the flip side, of course, Renegades comfortable as ever. AWP in the hands of Nifty. Rifles across the board. Full utility, full kits, hair dammer on everyone. Nothing gonna miss. Now just 2 rounds remaining for that first seed and the lion's share of the Asian minor prize pool.
Nafly Azza starting off strong, putting all the hurt on TyLoo now. TyLoo's only able to get a couple of kills in as Bondik mounts up a big defense, but it's never going to be enough as we're on the 15th round now. Renegades, 1 round away from making it happen. TyLoo, this is your last chance.
Another nice 3K coming out from Azza, gets them that match point, and now are TyLoo going to hit that 13, which we're so used to seeing them stumble on? Are Renegades going to take this 2-0 in the grand finals of the Asian Minor?
This is what it all comes down to. Nifty on the AWP. Multiple AKs from Renegades, couple of M4s in there as well. Plenty of utility across the board. This is going to take everything TyLoo has to make it happen.
Already ready for this B push is JKS, spots out those members, falls back, but Naf with a kill of his own. DD does manage to trade it out. Now a 4 versus 4, but DD dropped low HP with that AWP in hand.
Yeah, that was a crazy, frantic spray coming out there. DD, don't think he was expecting it at all. Watches his teammate fall, tries to fight back. Does manage to eventually get the kill on Nafly, but it was a little bit too late, and the damage has already been done. Renegades, now got to stay strong at Ivy. Ustilo's the man there. This is where the bomb's going towards as well. And he is peeking out with the shoulder. He knows what's going on. Throws the smoke down. Gives himself some coverage and just falls back. He's waiting for them to come to him, biding his time.
Still over towards his Ivy position, holding strong. Unawares to him, that bomb is currently positioned outside. But he is ready for this push and the boost coming out from Bondik. Still looks like he's going to walk all the way around the other side of the map, though. Not quite challenged this angle yet.
Playing a bit of pub masters there at Ivy. Walking on top of each other's head to make it work. Bondik's going to lead the charge out here at Ivy. Coming up strong, trying to make something happen. Bentet finds the first kill. They continue to push forward. TyLoo have to make this work as Ustilo, Azza, they're getting the kills on the board. Only DD remains with 3 health. What can he get done with the AWP in hand? 8 seconds on the board, nothing happens. Renegades take it and they look calm, cool and collected as they pick up train 16-12. Renegades are your Asia Minor champions here for the Eleague Major.